Hello everyone, this video I'm going to speak about limiting reactant. Let's get started. What if we have one engine, 4 tires? How many cars do you think we can make? Only one car. Okay. What if we have 2 engines? Oh, 3 engines. But we still have 4 tires. Do you think we can make more than one car? No, we can't. Why we can't? Because we still have 4 tires. So even if we have 3 engines, the extra 2 engines are useless. Why? Because we don't have enough. We do not have enough tires. We do not have enough tires. So we call the tires limiting reactants. What is meant by limiting reactant? The reactant that's used up before the others. And when it's used up, the reaction stops. What about the engines? The engine here is called excess reactant. The reactant that remains when a reaction stops, when the limiting reactant is completely consumed. Okay, so if you'd like to summarize what we have learned, we can say that in order to make one car, you need one engine and 4 tires. Okay, what if we have 3 engines and 8 tires? How many cars? Before finding out how many cars you can make, you have to identify the limiting reactant. Because if you calculated the product based on the excess reactant, this will be wrong. If you just looked at the engines, if you check the engines and you said, okay, you have 3 engines, so I can make 3 cars, this will be wrong because you don't have enough tires for the 3 engines. So first step, if you have 2 givens for both reactants, if you have 2 reactants and you have 2 givens for the 2 reactants, you have to identify which one is the limiting reactant. How can we do that? We can simply cross multiply. Okay, let's check how we can cross multiply. First of all, we have to use the reference. This is the reference. This is the equation that we have. 1 engine, 4 tires, 1 car. Okay. So what we can do is we can hide one of the givens. So if we have 8 tires, how many engines do you think I should need? I will just cross multiply 8 by 1 over 4, so I need 2 engines. Okay. I need 2 engines, but I have 3 engines. Oh, so I have more than what I need. I have more than what I need. What if I would like to solve it from the other side? If I have, let's say you have 3 engines, or you already have 3 engines. How many tires do you need? If you have 3 engines, okay, we should have 12 tires, but I have 8 tires, so I have less than what I need if I use the engines. For that reason, the tires are limiting while the engines are excess. Why the tires are limiting? Because if we used the other given, we will need more than what we have in the problem. Okay, for that reason, the tires are limiting. Why the engines are excess? Because if we use the other reactant, which is the tires, in this case, we will have less, that we will need less than what we given, which is 2 engines. So we have more engines than what we need, so it is excess. Okay, now I have the ability to calculate how many tires. Why? Because I already found out that the tires are limiting reactant, or the tires are considered to be the limiting reactant. So I will just forget about the engines because they are excess. Now I will just, what I'm going to do is I will cross multiply. How I can cross multiply? The number of cars will be 8 by 1 over 4, so I should have 2 cars. Okay, but what is the benefit from the excess? I can use the excess to calculate the leftover. How I can do that? I have already calculated how many engines I should I will need, if I have 8 tires, I need 2 engines. But what is given the problem is 3, so it will be 3 minus 2. So I have 1 engine will be left over after making 2 cars.